Hi there, navigators.
Welcome back. If you're new to our channel, we are Colleen
and Nate. Consider subscribing if you'd like to follow along on our travel adventures as we navigate both land and sea.
Today we want to share our thoughts about Royal Caribbean's unlimited dining package and provide you with information to help you determine if this package is right for you.
Right after this.
So you ask, what is included with Royal Caribbean's unlimited dining package?
Royal Caribbean's website states the unlimited dining package allows guests to enjoy multiple specialty restaurants, excluding the chef's table and other culinary experiences, every night of their sailing for one low price. Guests will also be able to enjoy lunch at specialty dining restaurants on sea days. Beverages, they're not included, but guests can enjoy 40% off bottles of wine under 100 and 20% off of bottles of wine over 100.
Plus, kids ages 6 to 12 now dine at Royal Caribbean specialty restaurants for only $10. Ages 5 and under eat free. Plus, little cruisers get their very own kid-friendly menu.
The package also includes about $35 per person per day to spend at a la carte restaurants such as Izumi, where you can enjoy sushi, sashimi, and more, all made to order with intense flavors, the best ingredients, and impeccable presentation. We'll share a link below to our video showing our fantastic dining experience at Izumi.
And if you want to watch a sporting game at sea, the unlimited dining package also allows about $30 per person to enjoy at Playmakers Bar and Arcade. You can catch your home team on dozens of screens, face off against your friends in the arcade, or fuel up with your game day favorites.
And don't forget Johnny Rockets for great burgers, fries, and a milkshake. No price limit, and all food is included, and those with the beverage package can enjoy a milkshake at no extra cost. You can't beat that.
So, with the unlimited dining package, you can choose your venue of food. Anything from a filet at Chops Grill, theatrical food experience at Wonderland, lasagna at Jamie's Italian, to a lobster roll at Hook Seafood. The dining options are endless with the unlimited dining package. And as always, we recommend calling or checking Royal Caribbean's website to get the latest information on the package.
If you think this package sounds appetizing, then I'd keep your eyes open for when Royal Caribbean is running a sale. We booked our cruise and then took advantage of a Black Friday deal during Thanksgiving where they offered buy one unlimited dining package, get one 50% off. If you know of other times throughout the year that Royal Caribbean typically runs deals, please comment below and let us know.
As for the dress code in the more upscale specialty dining restaurants, have no fear. They are also smart casual, which is consistent with the main dining room dress code.
So next, we're going to talk about what we liked about the unlimited dining package and the things that we thought could use a little improvement.
Okay, navigators, so since we provided you with all the facts on the unlimited dining package, we now want to talk in more detail about what we personally liked about the package. So first of all, my number one point was not having to dine with 5,000 of your closest friends.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. We had breakfast in the main dining room a few times. Actually, saw a video where we were hearing some of the captain's announcement there. And the service is nice, but it's just really crowded. It's really loud and it's not very intimate. So never had dinner there, but I think one of the things about the dining package is that you can eat, it's like eating in like a regular restaurant like you would find on land.
Exactly. It's just a much more intimate environment. There's not as many people. The noise level is a little bit quieter. It just felt less crowded and was just a much more enjoyable experience.
Yeah, and they didn't rush you at all either. And I think that was the other thing that I liked. It felt like, you know, you're going to a nice restaurant and you just want to have a nice meal. You want to sit there for an hour and a half, and eat your dinner and not rush. And they did take your orders up front, but they were really good about, I think, spacing those orders.
I agree. I think the pacing of the food was fantastic. That is one of my pet peeves, I think, when we do go out sometimes to dinner, just, you know, in our own hometown, that sometimes the food can come out quickly and you haven't even finished your appetizer or your salad yet. So to kind of piggyback off of that, I think that the service was fantastic. I think that everything from just, you know, when you arrive and you kind of check in with the main hostess to being seated to, you know, the wait staff that took care of us.
And I think the other thing too is being able to do different types of dining each night. So if you wanted like a steak, you get a steak. If you wanted to do Italian, you could do Italian. So it's like a little bit of everything, and I thought that was nice. I also like that you could have lunch during the day at some of the restaurants. So like Johnny Rockets, which is like, at lunch, like a burger is a perfect lunchtime meal, and you didn't have to pay an upcharge for that. I thought that was nice.
Absolutely. And I would say also the food presentation. I think it was lovely. We had one evening where we went to 150 Central, and we actually got the tenderloin for two, and the chef came out and prepared and cut and presented us with the food, and it was just lovely. Again, it just felt very upscale.
Yeah, and then, on that thing with the presentation, like you go to a restaurant like Wonderland where they have like the different type of, they use the liquid nitrogen to create a lot of effects. There was a lot of effects with smoke. They had the Mad Hatter running around. I'll show a picture of that here, which was fantastic. It just added kind of a different level to the experience, just made it a lot more fun. So again, there's a lot of perks, with this dining package. I think the thing is, though, is that you don't have to get the package to go to these specialty dining restaurants. You can, buy them one-off a la carte. They also have, like buy 3 days or 3 nights worth of packages. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this.
And one thing that I did notice was how the restaurants treated the children that were at the specialty dining restaurants. I thought that, they were treated like they were little young adults. I thought that they were given kind of the same level of presentation of food, but it wasn't over stuffy or uncomfortable. They recognized that they were still children, but it was an opportunity still for parents to go out and enjoy a nice meal and be able to have their child along.
Yeah. So now that we've talked about some of the things that we really liked about the unlimited dining package, let's kind of talk about some of the things that could be improved, a little bit. So,
sure. One of the things that I was a little taken aback by is that you actually can't make reservations ahead of time for these restaurants. So, as you'll see in one of our earlier videos that we'll link below, is that we actually went onto the ship prepared with the restaurants that we wanted to eat on, what days we wanted to dine at them, and the times. And so when we actually got onto the ship, we were able to go and book our reservations.
Yeah, and the thing is if you buy these restaurants one-off versus through the package, you can actually already book the time that you want. So by the time we got on the ship, it wasn't bad. We pretty much got the times that we wanted, but there was already times taken up. Now, compare that to, we're going to go out to Alaska. Actually, today we were able to book some of our specialty dining, and it's part of our package, and we were able to actually select the restaurants and select the time. So I think that's an opportunity that Royal should look at. If you get the package, they should allow you to make those reservations ahead of time, rather than waiting to get on the ship. I think that would just be a nice little perk.
Absolutely. And I think the next item is actually, if you're a carnivore and you like a good steak and you go to these specialty restaurants and you just want to enjoy a nice piece of medium rare steak, I highly recommend actually asking the server, how is this going to come out in as far as color and temperature wise? And the reason we ask is because we actually are typically medium rare steak people. And we ordered several steaks and they just kept coming out rare.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. You're at a specialty restaurant, especially at Chops Grill, and you order a steak medium rare. You expect it to come out a certain way. And I know they said that, this is how we cook it, but I'm like, but every restaurant on the planet that I've ever been to and ordered a medium rare steak, I've gotten a medium rare steak. So I think that either you have to really define for the guest up ahead of time, like, hey, it's gonna come out like X, Y, and Z. There's some restaurants that, a lot of actually steakhouses do that, right? They'll say, they describe what it's going to come out with, because some people have it in their mind, or just kind of get more in line. I think what people would expect from a restaurant on land, especially kind of most of the clients are from North America, so I'd say kind of in that lines. I think that would be a big help.
I agree. So Nate, what was your thoughts overall on the food?
It was kind of a swing and a miss. Now, we'll put a little caveat on this. As you saw in some of the videos, we were sick for a few days, and that sometimes can play a little havoc with your taste buds. I know the night we went to Jamie's Italian, the food was tasting really salty. And again, there were some dishes were better than other dishes, but it was all over the place, I think. I think some places like Zumi were great, Probably my favorite experience on the ship, and other places were a bit of a letdown, like I mentioned, Chops Grill. I don't know, what did you think?
I agree. I think, you know, I actually had a great dish at Jamie's Italian, and however, I am with Nate on the Chops Grill. I think it just came a little under par as far as the steaks go. I mean,
but not the service. We want to make this clear. Like, the servers did everything they could to make it a great experience, and I think that's the thing.
Okay, Nate. So I guess the final question is, would you recommend the unlimited dining package?
I would not recommend the unlimited dining package. Again, just for the fact that there are a lot of complimentary options on board, and we'll talk about that in a second. But also, too, is that some of the restaurants were better than other restaurants. So I would recommend, particular restaurants. So, like, for example, I would recommend Zumi. I thought the sushi was really good. I thought the atmosphere was great. They also have a hibachi grill there, which we didn't eat there, but it looked like kind of your typical hibachi with the eggs swirling and flames and volcanoes and all that stuff. I also would recommend 150 Central. I thought that was really good as well, too. I would even recommend Johnny Rockets. I thought that was a really good lunch. And I think that, just based on that, those couple of restaurants, if I were to go back, I would just buy a couple nights at those restaurants. I wouldn't buy that whole package. Mm-hmm. And you, Colleen, would you recommend the unlimited dining package?
I actually would recommend the unlimited dining package. I think from one of our earlier points where we talked about just the sheer volume of people eating in the main dining room all at once, I really enjoyed the more intimate, quieter, more like a restaurant feel environment of the specialty restaurant. So for that reason, yes, I would recommend the unlimited dining package.
So again, you're probably gonna get to all the way to the end of this video and be like, well, that wasn't really helpful. But again, I think it all depends on your situation. All depends if you want to spend more. There are a lot of complimentary dining, as we mentioned. So, for example, we ate for breakfast in the
Solarium Bistro. So we went for actually breakfast and lunch at the Solarium Bistro, and the food was great. It was a little bit lighter fare, healthier. It's more of a buffet style.
Healthier-ish.
Healthier-ish. It is more of a buffet style, so help yourself. And for those that have maybe a mobility challenge, I have to say that the staff there was fantastic. They approached me on multiple occasions, just making sure that I could reach the food if I needed someone to help carry a plate, or if they could assist me in any way. So that I was really appreciative with that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of grab-and-go places. There's the El Loco Fresh. There was, down on the main promenade, there was the pizza place. Mm-hmm. There was another little cafe there as well, too, whose name's escaping me right now. But there's plenty of food on Royal Caribbean. You will not starve at Royal Caribbean.
So hopefully you found this informative, navigators, and please let us know if you've enjoyed the unlimited dining package and what your recommendations are.
Yep, and again, if you did enjoy this video, make sure that you subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. It really helps with that YouTube algorithm there. And until next time, see you later, navigators.
Okay, navigators, so since we gave you all the facts on the unlimited dining package, now let's talk about what we liked. Okay. Okay, hold on.